One loom in particular would not just revolutionise the weaver's world, but would set in motion today's technological revolution, the Jacquard loom. A Frenchman, Joseph-Marie Jacquard, invented his loom in 1801 to weave fashionable patterned fabrics. The ingenious thing was that the patterns could be woven automatically. A pattern is built up by passing the weft, a coloured thread which runs across the loom, through a space between the torqued warp threads which run from the front of the loom to the back. The pattern which emerges depends on whether the weft passes above the warp threads or below them. To allow this, some warp threads are lifted while others stay in place. I've come to Paradise Mill in Macclesfield to find out more from a weaver, Sarah Lees. How does the loom know which warp threads to lift, which to leave in place, and in which order?
Well, that's all controlled by the Jacquard on top, and it's punch cards which tell it which ones you want to leave or pick up. I
can see it's lots of cards, hundreds of cards with thousands of holes, but I can't quite make out from here how it works. Can you give me more detail?
I've got a model to show you, which will make it all clearer. If you want to go and have a look.
Can we see that? Yes, please.
Yeah, certainly. It all depends on these cards here. These cards are presented to these spring-loaded needles.
Can I have a touch of those?
Yeah, certainly.
Oh, yes, rather sharp. OK, here they are, the needles here, and those go into the holes.
Yeah, and those are in turn are presented to these hooks.
What, and so these hooks control the warp threads down below?
So if there's a hole in the card, the needle passes through it, and the hook is left over the beam, which lifts up. So if there's a hole, the warp thread would be lifted. Whereas if there's a solid, the hook is pushed off the beam, the warp thread stays down. I mean, if I treadle it, you can see different ones picked up every time.
Incredible. So these cards are basically the code for the pattern on the fabric.
Yes.
It seems to be very, very, very pioneering.
It was. It not only controlled the Jacquard, but later on it has led to the first computer programming.
So the same binary code principles used to program the Jacquard loom, holes and blanks in a piece of card, were later applied to programming the first computers. So, in a sense, one could say the modern world of information technology started here with the Jacquard loom.